Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Naruto joined Ash in his adventure, part 1. Before starting, if you are interested in Pokemon fanfictions, you can consider subscribing this channel and like this video, that will help a lot. Now let's dive in. The dense forest of the new region loomed ahead, its towering trees casting long shadows on the winding path. Ash Ketchum, ever eager to explore, moved forward with his loyal companion Pikachu perched on his shoulder. This was a new beginning for him, an uncharted territory filled with unknown Pokemon and endless possibilities. As they walked, Pikachu's ears perked up, sensing something ahead. "Ash, did you hear that?" Pikachu seemed to say with a twitch of its ears. Ash, always alert to his partner's cues, nodded. "Let's check it out, buddy." Pushing through the thick underbrush, Ash stumbled upon a clearing where a boy with spiky blonde hair, dressed in bright orange, was practicing some moves. The boy was leaping and flipping with astonishing agility, his blue eyes focused and determined. When he landed and noticed Ash, he straightened up and smiled broadly. "Hey there, I'm Naruto Uzumaki," he said, his voice filled with enthusiasm. "And one day, I'm gonna be the greatest Hokage ever." Ash was taken aback by the boy's energy and unfamiliar terminology. "Hokage? What's that?" Naruto's eyes sparkled with excitement as he explained. "The Hokage is the strongest ninja in my village, the one who leads and protects everyone. But you look like a Pokemon trainer." Ash grinned, finding a kindred spirit in this passionate stranger. "You bet, I'm Ash Ketchum from Pallet Town, and I'm on a journey to become a Pokemon master." Their mutual dreams of greatness quickly formed a bond between them. Naruto, having never seen a Pokemon before, was fascinated by Pikachu. He crouched down to get a better look at the electric mouse. "So, this is Pikachu? It's so cool," Naruto exclaimed. Pikachu, enjoying the attention, hopped down and performed a little spark trick, causing Naruto to clap in delight. "You and Pikachu seem like great partners. I'd love to learn more about Pokemon." Ash's eyes lit up. "Then why don't you join me? We can explore this region together, and I can teach you everything I know about Pokemon." Naruto's response was immediate and enthusiastic. "Deal. Let's go catch some Pokemon and have awesome battles." Their journey began in earnest as they made their way through the forest. Along the way, Ash explained the basics of Pokemon training, battles, and types. Naruto absorbed every word, eager to catch his first Pokemon. Their first opportunity came when they spotted a wild Froakie near a stream. The water-type Pokemon was hopping from rock to rock, its bubbles glistening in the sunlight. Naruto's eyes widened with excitement. "I want to catch that one," Naruto declared, his voice trembling with anticipation. Ash guided him through the process. "All right, Naruto. First, you need to weaken it with a battle. Pikachu and I will help you." Pikachu stepped forward, ready to assist. "Pikachu, use Quick Attack," Ash commanded. Pikachu darted forward, striking Froakie and catching its attention. The battle was on. Naruto, with Ash's guidance, instructed Pikachu to use Thunder Shock, which effectively weakened Froakie. "Now's your chance, Naruto. Throw a Pokeball." With a determined look, Naruto threw the Pokeball, watching with bated breath as it wobbled on the ground before finally clicking shut. "I did it! I caught Froakie!" Naruto cheered, holding up the Pokeball triumphantly. Ash clapped him on the back, sharing in his excitement. "Great job, Naruto. You've got your first Pokemon." Their journey continued with many more encounters and battles. Ash and Naruto quickly discovered that their strengths complemented each other. Ash's extensive knowledge of Pokemon and battle strategies, combined with Naruto's agility and quick thinking, made them a formidable team. One day, they found themselves facing a group of wild Pokemon blocking their path. Ash and Naruto decided to battle together to clear the way. "Pikachu, Thunderbolt," Ash commanded. A powerful bolt of electricity surged from Pikachu, striking several wild Pokemon and stunning them. "Froakie, Water Pulse," Naruto shouted. Froakie unleashed a high-pressure stream of water, hitting the remaining wild Pokemon with precision. The coordinated attack was a success, and the wild Pokemon scattered. Ash and Naruto exchanged grins, their teamwork clearly paying off. "We make a pretty good team," Naruto said, his confidence growing. Ash nodded. "Yeah, we do, and we're going to keep getting better." Their journey eventually led them to Rock Ridge Town, known for its challenging Pokemon gym. Ash's eyes sparkled with excitement as he pointed to the imposing building. This is it, Naruto. Our first gym battle in this region. Naruto's determination matched Ash's. Let's give it everything we've got. Inside the gym, they were greeted by the gym leader, Flint, a stern-looking man with a commanding presence. Welcome to the Rock Ridge Gym. I hear you're both here for a challenge. Ash stepped forward confidently. That's right, we're ready. Flint nodded, a hint of a smile on his lips. Very well. Go, Onyx. Ash and Naruto exchanged a quick look. Pikachu, I choose you, Ash called out, while Naruto sent out Froka. The battle was intense. Onyx's massive size and powerful rock-type moves posed a significant challenge. However, Ash and Naruto's combined efforts and strategic thinking allowed them to gain the upper hand. Pikachu, use Iron Tail, Ash commanded. Pikachu's tail glowed white as it struck Onyx with tremendous force. Froka, use Bubble, Naruto shouted. Froaki's bubbles surrounded Onyx, exploiting its weakness to water-type moves. Onyx roared in pain and collapsed, unable to continue the battle. Flint, impressed by their performance, recalled his Pokemon and approached them. You've earned this, Flint said, handing them their badges. Your teamwork is impressive. Ash and Naruto beamed with pride as they accepted their badges. Thank you, Ash said, his voice filled with pride. As they left the gym, Ash and Naruto reflected on their journey so far. We've come a long way already, Ash said, looking at his badge. And we're just getting started, Naruto added. There are so many more adventures waiting for us. Their Pokemon walked beside them, sharing in their excitement. The bond between the trainers and their Pokemon had grown stronger with each battle. That evening, they set up camp near a serene lake. As they sat around the campfire, they discussed their future plans. We've got our first badge, but there's still a long way to go, Ash said, his eyes fixed on the flickering flames. We'll keep pushing ourselves and getting better, Naruto replied. And who knows what other amazing Pokemon we'll meet along the way. Their conversation was interrupted by a rustling in the bushes. They turned to see a small, curious Eevee emerge from the underbrush. The little Pokemon looked at them with wide eyes, seemingly unafraid. Hey there, little guy, Ash said gently, kneeling down to Eevee's level. Are you lost? Eevee approached cautiously, sniffing the air. Pikachu and Froka watched with interest but didn't seem threatened. Naruto crouched down beside Ash. It seems friendly, maybe it's just curious about us. Ash reached into his bag and pulled out a Pokeblock, offering it to Eevee. Here, have a treat. Eevee hesitated for a moment before taking the Pokeblock from Ash's hand, nibbling on it with obvious enjoyment. The little Pokemon soon nestled comfortably beside them, deciding to join their journey. Looks like we've made a new friend, Ash said, stroking Eevee's soft fur. Naruto nodded. Yeah, it's always great to meet new Pokemon. As the night wore on, Ash and Naruto continued to talk about their dreams and aspirations, their friendship growing stronger with each passing moment. The bond they shared with their Pokemon and with each other was the foundation of their journey, and it was this bond that would carry them through the challenges ahead. The next morning, as the sun rose and bathed the camp in a gentle glow, Ash and Naruto packed up their gear, ready to continue their adventure. Eevee had decided to join them, much to their delight. As they walked down the forest path, they noticed a figure standing in the distance. As they got closer, they realized it was a trainer they hadn't seen before. The trainer had a confident stance, and a Lucario by his side. Hey there, Ash called out, waving. The trainer turned to face them, a smirk on his face. Well, what do we have here? Newcomers to the region. That's right, Naruto replied. I'm Naruto, and this is Ash. We're both aiming to become Pokemon Masters. The trainer's smirk widened. My name's Kai, and if you're looking to become Pokemon Masters, you'll have to go through me first. How about a battle? Ash and Naruto exchanged excited glances. You're on, Ash said, stepping forward. Let's make this a 2-on-2 battle. Kai nodded, a gleam of interest in his eyes. Very well. Lucario, you're up. Ash and Naruto sent out Pikachu and Froka, while Kai called out his second Pokemon, a Charizard. The battlefield was set, and the tension in the air was palpable. Lucario, use Aura Sphere, Kai commanded. Lucario formed a glowing sphere of energy between its paws and launched it at Pikachu. Pikachu, dodge and counter with Thunderbolt, Ash shouted. Pikachu leapt to the side with agility, narrowly avoiding the aura sphere, then retaliated with a powerful Thunderbolt aimed straight at Lucario. Froakie, Water Pulse on Charizard, Naruto commanded. Froakie responded swiftly, sending a high-pressure stream of water towards Charizard. Kai smirked, unfazed by the attacks. Lucario, use Bone Rush to intercept Pikachu. Lucario dashed forward, its aura-infused bones glowing as it swung them towards Pikachu. Pikachu tried to evade, but Lucario's speed and precision were impressive. One of the bone strikes connected, sending Pikachu skidding backward. Pikachu, Ash exclaimed, concern etched on his face. Naruto, cover Pikachu, Ash shouted, regaining his composure. Froakie, use Bubble to create a shield. Naruto nodded, knowing he had to protect Pikachu. Froakie, cover us with Bubble. Froakie launched a series of bubbles that surrounded Pikachu, forming a protective barrier just in time. Lucario's subsequent Bone Rush strikes were deflected harmlessly by the bubbles, giving Pikachu a moment to recover. Nice teamwork, Naruto, Ash called out, acknowledging Naruto's quick thinking. Thanks, Ash, Naruto replied with a grin. Meanwhile, Charizard was focused on dodging Froakie's Water Pulse attacks. It maneuvered through the air with impressive agility, evading most of the water blasts. Charizard, Flamethrower on Froakie, Kai commanded. Charizard unleashed a torrent of flames from its mouth, aiming directly at Froakie. Naruto's eyes widened in alarm. Froakie, dodge and counter with Double Team. Froakie split into multiple copies, confusing Charizard momentarily. The flames passed harmlessly through the illusions, buying Froakie enough time to regroup. Froakie, now's our chance, use Water Pulse on Charizard, Naruto shouted. Froakie emerged from the illusion and unleashed another powerful Water Pulse. This time, Charizard, caught off guard by the sudden attack, took a direct hit and was pushed back. Kai narrowed his eyes, assessing Ash and Naruto's teamwork. Impressive. But let's see how you handle this. Charizard, use Dragon Claw. Charizard's claws glowed with draconic energy as it lunged towards Froakie with incredible speed. Naruto gritted his teeth. Froakie, dodge and counter with Aerial Ace. Froakie leapt into the air, narrowly avoiding Charizard's Dragon Claw. It then performed a swift aerial maneuver, striking Charizard with a precise Aerial Ace attack. Charizard roared in frustration but was determined to continue the battle. Pikachu, we're not finished yet, Ash declared. Use Thunderbolt on Lucario. Pikachu, having recovered from Lucario's earlier attack, unleashed another powerful Thunderbolt. This time, Lucario was prepared. Lucario, use counter. Lucario focused its aura, intercepting Pikachu's Thunderbolt with a powerful counter attack. The collision of Thunderbolt and counter created a spectacular explosion of energy, sending shockwaves through the battlefield. Both Pokémon staggered from the impact, but Lucario managed to stand firm, its determination clear. Pikachu, however, was visibly exhausted from the powerful exchange. We've got to end this, Naruto, Ash called out. Let's combine our attacks. Naruto nodded, understanding Ash's plan. Right, Froakie, Water Pulse on Charizard. Froakie, Naruto commanded. Froakie summoned a massive torrent of water, directing it towards Charizard with precision. Pikachu, Iron Tail on Lucario, Ash shouted. Pikachu's tail gleamed with a metallic sheen as it swung towards Lucario with precision. Lucario, focusing on countering Pikachu's Iron Tail, was thrown off balance and took the full brunt of the attack. At the same time, Charizard, caught off guard by the intense Water Pulse, was forced to the ground. Lucario, no, Kai shouted, but it was too late. Lucario and Charizard were both down for the count. Kai recalled his Pokémon, a look of respect replacing his earlier smirk. You two are something else. That was an incredible battle. I can see why you're aiming to become Pokémon Masters. Ash and Naruto exchanged grins, both feeling a sense of accomplishment. Thanks, Kai. You put up a great fight too, Ash said, extending a hand. Kai shook Ash's hand firmly. You're both welcome to challenge me anytime. I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of each other. With new friendships forged and another battle victory under their belts, Ash and Naruto continued their journey through the region, their spirits high and their determination unwavering. Their travels took them through diverse landscapes, dense forests, sprawling meadows, and towering mountains. Each new environment brought fresh challenges and opportunities to hone their skills. One evening, they found themselves at the edge of a serene lake, the water reflecting the colors of the setting sun. They decided to set up camp and take a moment to reflect on their journey. "It's amazing how much we've seen and done in such a short time," Ash said, looking out over the water, "and we've only just begun." "Yeah," Naruto agreed. "Every day brings something new, and with each challenge, we get stronger." Pikachu and Froka played by the water's edge, their bond mirroring the friendship between their trainers. Eevee, who had now become a loyal companion to Ash and Naruto, watched them with curious eyes. As night fell, the group sat around the campfire, discussing their goals and dreams. "I want to catch and train the strongest Pokémon," Ash said, his eyes shining with determination. "And I want to learn everything I can about them." Naruto nodded. "And I want to prove that I can be the greatest Pokémon master, just like I always dreamed. I want to show everyone that it doesn't matter where you come from or what obstacles you face. If you believe in yourself and work hard, you can achieve anything." Their conversation was interrupted by a rustling sound from the bushes. Instantly alert, they turned to see a mysterious figure emerging from the shadows. The figure stepped into the light, revealing a young woman with long, flowing hair and a confident expression. "Good evening," she said with a smile. "My name is Serena. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. You're both aiming to become Pokémon Masters, right?" Ash and Naruto nodded, intrigued by the newcomer. "That's right," Ash said. "What about you?" Serena's smile widened. "I'm a Pokémon performer, and I'm traveling the region to compete in Pokémon showcases. But I also love battling and challenging myself. I think we could all learn a lot from each other." Naruto grinned. "Sounds like a plan. The more, the merrier, right?" Ash nodded in agreement. "Welcome to the team, Serena. Let's make this journey even more incredible." With a new friend by their side, Ash and Naruto felt their bond strengthen even further. The road ahead was filled with uncertainty and challenges, but together, they knew they could overcome anything. Their journey continued, encountering more trainers and Pokémon, each battle and experience adding to their skills and knowledge. However, their adventure was not without its obstacles. One day, as they were making their way through a dense forest, they heard a familiar voice. "Prepare for trouble, and make it double," Ash groaned. "Not these guys again." From behind a tree, the notorious Team Rocket trio emerged. Jesse, James, and Meowth. They stood with their usual flamboyant poses, clearly pleased with themselves. Well, if it isn't the twerps," Jesse said, smirking. "We've been following you, and this time, we're taking your Pokémon." James nodded. "Indeed. Your Pikachu and Froka will make a fine addition to our collection." Meowth grinned. "And don't forget about that cute little Eevee." Ash and Naruto stepped forward, their expressions determined. "Not on our watch," Ash shouted. "Pikachu, Thunderbolt. Froka, Water Pulse," Naruto commanded. Froka joined in with a high-pressure water attack. Team Rocket's eyes widened in alarm. "Wobbuffet, use counter," Jesse ordered. Wobbuffet appeared, trying to deflect the attacks, but the combined power of Pikachu and Froakies' moves was too much. The attacks hit their mark, sending Team Rocket blasting off once again. "Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again," they cried in unison, disappearing into the sky with a twinkle. With the threat neutralized, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey, their bond growing stronger with each encounter and adventure. Their travels eventually led them to a mountain rumored to be home to a legendary Pokémon. Intrigued and excited by the prospect, they decided to investigate. The climb up the mountain was arduous, but the scenery was breathtaking. The higher they went, the more they felt a sense of anticipation building. Finally, they reached a plateau near the summit, where they saw a majestic Pokémon standing amidst a field of flowers. "It's Suicune," Ash whispered, awestruck. The legendary water-type Pokémon turned to face them, its presence exuding a calm and powerful aura. Suicune's eyes met theirs, and for a moment, it felt as though time stood still. Ash, Naruto, and Serena approached slowly, not wanting to startle the Pokémon. Their journey continued, encountering more trainers and Pokemon, each battle and experience adding to their skills and knowledge. However, their adventure was not without its obstacles. One day, as they were making their way through a dense forest, they heard a familiar voice. "Prepare for trouble, and make it double," Ash groaned. "Not these guys again." From behind a tree, the notorious Team Rocket trio emerged. Jesse, James, and Meowth. They stood with their usual flamboyant poses, clearly pleased with themselves. Well, if it isn't the twerps," Jesse said, smirking. "We've been following you, and this time, we're taking your Pokemon." James nodded. "Indeed. Your Pikachu and Froakie will make a fine addition to our collection." Meowth grinned. "And don't forget about that cute little Eevee." Ash and Naruto stepped forward, their expressions determined. "Not on our watch," Ash shouted. "Pikachu, Thunderbolt. Froakie, Water Pulse," Naruto commanded. Froakie joined in with a high-pressure water attack. Team Rocket's eyes widened in alarm. "Wobbuffet, use counter," Jesse ordered. Wobbuffet appeared, trying to deflect the attacks, but the combined power of Pikachu and Froakie's moves was too much. The attacks hit their mark, sending Team Rocket blasting off once again. "Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again," they cried in unison, disappearing into the sky with a twinkle. With the threat neutralized, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey, their bond growing stronger with each encounter and adventure. Their travels eventually led them to a mountain rumored to be home to a legendary Pokemon. Intrigued and excited by the prospect, they decided to investigate. The climb up the mountain was arduous, but the scenery was breathtaking. The higher they went, the more they felt a sense of anticipation building. Finally, they reached a plateau near the summit, where they saw a majestic Pokemon standing amidst a field of flowers. "It's Suicune," Ash whispered, awestruck. The legendary water-type Pokemon turned to face them, its presence exuding a calm and powerful aura. Suicune's eyes met theirs, and for a moment, it felt as though time stood still. Ash, Naruto, and Serena approached slowly, not wanting to startle the Pokemon. The morning sun rose over the tranquil landscape as Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey from the mountain where they had encountered Suicune. Their hearts were still racing with the excitement of seeing a legendary Pokemon up close, but they knew there were more challenges and discoveries awaiting them. As they descended from the mountain, they found themselves on a winding path that led through a dense forest. The air was crisp, filled with the chirping of Pokemon and the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze. "So, where are we headed next?" Serena asked, breaking the peaceful silence as they walked. Ash checked his map, his expression thoughtful. "There's a nearby town called Riverbend City. It's known for its bustling Pokemon market and skilled trainers. It might be a good place to train and stock up on supplies." Naruto nodded eagerly. "Sounds like a plan. Maybe we'll even find some new Pokemon to catch." With renewed determination, they quickened their pace, eager to reach Riverbend City and explore its offerings. Along the way, they encountered wild Pokemon, some curious and friendly, others more wary of their presence. Pikachu, Froakie, and Eevee were always ready for battle or to make new friends, showcasing their growing bond with Ash, Naruto, and Serena. The journey to Riverbend City took them through diverse landscapes, rolling hills, meandering rivers, and dense forests alive with Pokemon cries. Each step forward filled Ash and Naruto with anticipation, their eyes scanning the horizon for new challenges and opportunities. As they approached the outskirts of Riverbend City, the skyline came into view, marked by tall buildings and bustling streets. The city seemed to pulse with energy, a testament to the vibrant Pokemon culture thriving within. "Wow, this place looks amazing," Serena exclaimed, her eyes wide with excitement. Ash grinned, feeling a surge of enthusiasm. "Yeah, I can't wait to check out the Pokemon market. Maybe we'll find some cool items and meet strong trainers." Naruto nodded in agreement. "And who knows, maybe we'll even learn something new about Pokemon training." They entered Riverbend City through its western gate, greeted by the lively hustle and bustle of trainers and Pokemon alike. The streets were lined with shops selling all manner of Pokemon goods, Pokeballs, potions, TMs, and even rare evolutionary stones. Their first stop was the Pokemon Center, a familiar sanctuary where Nurse Joy greeted them warmly. "Welcome to Riverbend City Pokemon Center," Nurse Joy said with a smile. "Would you like me to heal your Pokemon?" Yes, please, Ash replied gratefully, handing over Pikachu's Pokeball. They've had a long journey. Nurse Joy nodded and took their Pokemon to the healing machine. While they waited, Ash and Naruto browsed through the center's information boards, which highlighted local events, gym battles, and recent Pokemon sightings. Serena approached them with a pamphlet in hand. Hey, there's a Pokemon showcase coming up in Riverbend City next week. It's a big event for Pokemon performers. That sounds awesome, Ash exclaimed. You should definitely participate, Serena. Serena smiled appreciatively. I think I will. It'll be a great way to showcase Eevee's talents. Once their Pokemon were healed, they headed to the Pokemart to stock up on supplies, Pokeballs, potions, and some new battle items. As they browsed, they overheard snippets of conversation from other trainers discussing recent battles and Pokemon sightings in the area. I heard there's a powerful water-type trainer at the Riverbend City Gym, one trainer said excitedly to his friend. They say she's tough, but fair. Naruto's eyes lit up with determination. Sounds like the perfect challenge for us, Ash. Ash nodded, his competitive spirit ignited. Definitely, let's head to the gym and see if we can challenge her. Before heading to the gym, they decided to explore more of the city. They wandered through the Pokemon market, where vendors displayed their wares. Berries, held items, and even unique Pokeballs designed to catch specific types of Pokemon. Check out these dive balls, Ash, Naruto said, holding up a shiny blue Pokeball. They're supposed to be great for catching water-type Pokemon. Ash examined the dive ball with interest. Nice. We might need these for our journey. They continued exploring, meeting other trainers who shared stories of their adventures and battles. Some offered tips on Pokemon training techniques, while others exchanged friendly challenges to test their skills. Later in the afternoon, they found themselves near Riverbend City's sprawling Pokemon Gym, a sleek, modern building with a water fountain at its entrance. The sign above the door read, Riverbend City Gym. Leader Maya, the Flowing Tide Trainer. We made it, Ash said, a mix of excitement and nerves in his voice. Are you ready for this, Naruto? Naruto grinned confidently. Absolutely, let's go for it. They entered the gym, greeted by a refreshing coolness that emanated from the water-themed interior. The walls were adorned with murals depicting water-type Pokemon in their natural habitats, oceans, rivers, and lakes. As they approached the main battlefield, a young woman with long, flowing hair and a calm demeanor emerged from a side room. She wore a blue and white uniform that matched the gym's aquatic theme. Welcome, challengers, the woman said warmly, introducing herself as Maya. I'm Maya, the gym leader here. Are you here to challenge me for the Cascade Badge? We are, Ash replied eagerly. I'm Ash Ketchum, and this is my friend Naruto. We're ready to give it our all. Maya smiled, her eyes twinkling with amusement. I admire your enthusiasm. Let's see if you can handle my water-type Pokemon. They moved to opposite sides of the battlefield, preparing for the gym battle. Maya tossed a Pokeball, summoning a graceful Seadra onto the field. Its fins shimmered in the gym's lighting, ready for battle. Go, Pikachu, Ash called out confidently, tossing his Pokeball. Pikachu materialized on the battlefield, crackling with electricity. All right, Froka, you're up, Naruto said, sending out his loyal Pokemon. Froka crouched low, its eyes focused on Seadra. Let's make this a great battle, Maya said, her voice carrying across the battlefield. Seadra, use Hydro Pump. Seadra opened its mouth wide, unleashing a powerful jet of water that surged towards Pikachu and Froka with tremendous force. Ash and Naruto quickly formulated their strategy. Pikachu, dodge and counter with Thunderbolt, Ash commanded. Pikachu, quick, Ash called out, as Pikachu jumped to the side, narrowly avoiding the Hydro Pump. Now, Thunderbolt. Pikachu unleashed a crackling bolt of lightning that streaked across the battlefield, aimed at Seadra. The water-type Pokemon tried to dodge, but Pikachu's Thunderbolt struck true, causing Seadra to stagger. Froka, follow up with Water Pulse, Naruto shouted. Froka. Naruto commanded. Froka launched a concentrated blast of water towards Seadra, who tried to recover from Pikachu's attack. Seadra retaliated with a series of swift movements, dodging Froki's Water Pulse and swiftly launching a counterattack. Seadra, use Twister, Maya commanded. Seadra spun gracefully, creating a powerful vortex of swirling winds and water that swept towards Pikachu and Froakie. The tornado-like attack caught them off guard, disrupting their balance and causing them to struggle against the raging currents. "Pikachu, use Iron Tail to break through the twister," Ash called out, determination blazing in his eyes. "Pikachu," Ash commanded, as Pikachu gathered energy into its tail and swung it with great force. The Iron Tail attack sliced through the swirling twister, dispersing the winds and water. "Froakie, counter with quick attack," Naruto shouted. "Froakie," Naruto commanded. Froakie disappeared in a blur of speed, appearing in front of Seadra in an instant and delivering a swift blow. Seadra staggered back from the impact, its strength waning. Maya nodded approvingly, impressed by their teamwork and determination. "Well done," she said with a smile. "Seadra, use Ice Beam." Seadra's horn glowed with an icy blue light as it fired a freezing beam of energy towards Pikachu and Froakie. The chilling attack struck them both, causing them to shiver from the cold. Pikachu's movements slowed slightly, while Froakie shook off the frost with determination. "Pikachu, dodge and counter with Thunderbolt," Ash commanded. "Pikachu, quick," Ash called out, as Pikachu evaded the ice beam with nimble footwork. "Now, Thunderbolt." Pikachu released a powerful surge of electricity that crackled through the air, striking Seadra directly. The electric-type attack surged through Seadra's body, causing it to tremble from the shock. "Froakie, finish it with Aerial Ace," Naruto shouted. "Froakie," Naruto commanded. Froakie leapt into the air, surrounded by a glowing aura, and dove down towards Seadra with incredible speed. The Aerial Ace attack landed a direct hit, knocking Seadra to the ground. Seadra struggled to get back on its feet, but the combination of Pikachu's Thunderbolt and Froakie's Aerial Ace had taken its toll. With one final effort, Seadra attempted to stand tall, but ultimately collapsed, unable to battle any longer. Maya recalled Seadra with a smile of pride. "Impressive battle, Ash and Naruto. You've earned the Cascade Badge." Ash and Naruto exchanged looks of exhilaration and relief, their Pokémon panting from the intense battle. Pikachu and Froakie exchanged a high five, their bond stronger than ever. "Thanks, Maya," Ash said gratefully, accepting the Cascade Badge from her. "That was an amazing battle." Naruto grinned, a sense of accomplishment filling him. "Yeah, it was tough, but we did it." Maya nodded, her expression serene. "You both have a great connection with your Pokémon. Keep nurturing that bond, and I'm sure you'll achieve great things on your journey." With the Cascade Badge proudly displayed, Ash, Naruto, and Serena left Riverbend City Gym, their hearts soaring with victory. They spent the rest of the day exploring the city, celebrating their success and preparing for the next leg of their journey. As evening approached, they found themselves at a local cafe, enjoying a well-deserved meal and reflecting on their experiences. "Can you believe we actually beat Maya and got the Cascade Badge?" Ash said excitedly, taking a bite of his burger. Serena smiled warmly. "You and Naruto were amazing out there. Pikachu and Froakie really showed their strength." Naruto nodded enthusiastically. "Yeah, and Maya's Seadra was no pushover. We had to use everything we've learned so far." Their conversation turned to their future plans. "So, what's next?" Serena asked, sipping her drink. Ash checked his Pokédex for their next destination. According to the map, there's a Pokémon research lab not far from here. Professor Willow runs it, and she's known for her studies on Pokémon habitats and behavior. Naruto's eyes widened with interest. "That sounds cool. Maybe we can learn more about Pokémon ecology and how to better care for them. Plus," Ash added with a grin, "we might even get some new tips for battling and training." With their plan set, they finished their meal and headed towards the Pokémon research lab, eager to continue their journey and discover what lay ahead. The city lights shimmered around them as they walked, the promise of new challenges and friendships guiding them forward. The Pokémon Research Lab was a sprawling facility nestled on the outskirts of Riverbend City. It stood amidst lush greenery, surrounded by fields where wild Pokémon roamed freely. The building itself was a blend of modern architecture and natural elements, with large windows that offered panoramic views of the surrounding landscape. As Ash, Naruto, and Serena approached the entrance, they were greeted by a friendly assistant who welcomed them inside. "Welcome to Professor Willow's Pokémon Research Lab," the assistant said with a warm smile. "I'm glad you could make it. The professor is expecting you." They followed the assistant through the lab's corridors, passing by research stations and computer terminals buzzing with activity. Pokemon habitats were set up in some areas, providing a glimpse into different ecosystems and the Pokemon that inhabited them. Finally, they arrived at Professor Willow's office, a spacious room filled with books, research papers, and a variety of Pokemon-related artifacts. "Ah, welcome." Professor Willow greeted them warmly, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. "I've heard great things about your journey so far, Ash and Naruto. It's a pleasure to finally meet you." Ash and Naruto exchanged greetings with the professor, feeling a mix of excitement and reverence in her presence. "We've been studying Pokemon habitats and behavior patterns," Professor Willow explained, gesturing towards a large monitor displaying maps and data charts. "It's fascinating to see how Pokemon adapt to different environments and interact with each other." Naruto's eyes sparkled with interest. "Do you have any recent discoveries?" Professor Willow nodded enthusiastically. "Actually, we've been observing a group of Eevee in the nearby forest. They've exhibited some unique behaviors during mating season, showing different forms of communication and social hierarchy." Serena leaned forward with curiosity. "That's amazing. Eevee are so adaptable. It's no wonder they have such diverse evolutionary paths." The conversation turned to Pokemon training techniques, with Ash and Naruto sharing their experiences battling gym leaders and encountering wild Pokemon. "We've faced some tough challenges," Ash admitted, recalling their battles with Maya and other trainers. "But each one has helped us grow stronger as a team." Professor Willow nodded approvingly. "That's the essence of being a Pokemon trainer, learning from every experience and forming strong bonds with your Pokemon." She offered them insights into different training methods, emphasizing the importance of understanding Pokemon types, movesets, and individual strengths. Ash and Naruto listened attentively, eager to absorb as much knowledge as possible. After their discussion, Professor Willow invited them to explore the lab further. They visited the Pokemon habitat area, where they observed various species in their simulated natural environments. "This is where we study Pokemon behavior and interactions," Professor Willow explained, pointing out different habitats. "It's important to create environments that mimic their natural habitats, allowing us to observe their natural behaviors." Ash and Naruto watched in fascination as Pokemon frolicked in lush forests, splashed in ponds, and interacted with each other in playful displays. They learned about Pokemon territoriality, nesting habits, and the role of environmental factors in shaping their behavior. Serena took notes eagerly, captivated by the insights into Pokemon ecology and conservation efforts. She realized how crucial it was to preserve natural habitats and ensure Pokemon's well-being in their natural environment. As they explored the lab, they also had the opportunity to meet other researchers and assistants, each passionate about their work with Pokemon. They exchanged stories and experiences, gaining new perspectives on Pokemon training and research. The sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the Pokemon research lab as they prepared to leave. "Thank you, Professor Willow," Ash said gratefully, shaking her hand. "We've learned so much today." Naruto nodded enthusiastically. "Yeah, this has been really eye-opening. I feel like we've gained a whole new perspective on Pokemon training." Professor Willow smiled warmly. "I'm glad to hear that. Remember, your journey as Pokemon trainers is about more than just battles. It's about understanding and respecting Pokemon as partners in your adventure." With renewed determination and knowledge, Ash, Naruto, and Serena bid farewell to Professor Willow and her team. They left the Pokemon Research Lab feeling inspired and eager to continue their journey, equipped with new insights and a deeper appreciation for the world of Pokemon. As they walked back towards Riverbend City, the stars began to twinkle in the evening sky. The city lights glowed warmly in the distance, a reminder of the bustling Pokemon culture that awaited them. "Today was amazing," Serena said with a smile, breaking the comfortable silence. "I can't wait to see what's next for us." "Yeah," Ash agreed, his voice filled with excitement. "But one thing's for sure, we're going to keep pushing forward, learning, and growing stronger with every step." Naruto nodded in agreement. "And who knows, maybe we'll discover even more about ourselves and our Pokemon along the way." With their hearts full of determination and their minds buzzing with possibilities, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey under the starlit sky. The road ahead was uncertain but filled with promise. The road ahead was uncertain but filled with promise, and Ash, Naruto, and Serena walked back into Riverbend City with a newfound sense of purpose. The city, now illuminated by streetlights and the glow of bustling shops, welcomed them with open arms. "So, what's our next move?" Serena asked, glancing between Ash and Naruto as they strolled through the lively streets. Ash paused, thinking for a moment before answering. "Well, we've got the Cascade badge now, thanks to our awesome battle with Maya. But we can't stop there. There's still so much more to explore and learn." Naruto nodded in agreement, his determination evident. "Yeah, I want to keep training and getting stronger, and maybe catch some new Pokemon along the way." Their conversation was interrupted by the cheerful chime of Ash's Pokédex. He pulled it out and checked the message displayed on the screen. "Hey, check this out," Ash exclaimed, showing the message to Naruto and Serena. "There's a Pokemon tournament happening in the outskirts of Riverbend City in a couple of days. It says trainers from all over are invited to compete." Serena's eyes widened with excitement. "A tournament? That sounds like a fantastic opportunity. It'll be a chance to test our skills against a variety of trainers and Pokemon." Naruto grinned. "Count me in. I'm up for any challenge." Ash nodded, his enthusiasm matching theirs. "All right, it's settled then. We'll train hard and enter the tournament. It'll be a great chance to see how far we've come since we started our journey together." With their goal set, they spent the next few days preparing for the tournament. They visited training grounds outside Riverbend City, where they practiced battle strategies and honed their Pokemon's moves. Pikachu, Froakie, and Eevee trained tirelessly, their determination reflecting their trainer's commitment. Serena focused on polishing Eevee's performance for the upcoming Pokemon Showcase, teaching her new tricks and perfecting her routines. Eevee responded eagerly, showcasing her versatility and talent under Serena's patient guidance. As they trained, they encountered other trainers preparing for the tournament. Some were friendly and offered tips, while others eyed them with competitive determination. Each interaction served as motivation, fueling Ash, Naruto, and Serena's determination to give their best in the tournament. The day of the tournament dawned bright and clear, with a gentle breeze carrying the promise of excitement. Trainers from near and far gathered at the tournament grounds, a sprawling arena surrounded by lush greenery and buzzing with anticipation. Ash, Naruto, and Serena arrived early, their Pokemon by their sides. They registered for the tournament and received their participant badges, a tangible symbol of their readiness to compete. "Good luck out there," a fellow trainer wished them as they made their way to the practice area. "Thanks, you too," Ash replied with a smile. Naruto glanced around, taking in the lively atmosphere. "This is it. Let's give it our all." The tournament featured several rounds of battles, each increasing in intensity as trainers advanced through the brackets. Spectators filled the stands, cheering and applauding as Pokemon clashed in electrifying duels. Ash and Naruto faced off against skilled opponents, each battle pushing their skills and teamwork to new heights. Pikachu's Thunderbolt and Froakie's nimble agility proved to be formidable assets, while Eevee dazzled the audience with her graceful moves and charming personality. Serena participated in the Pokemon Showcase, where Eevee captivated the audience with her elegance and versatility. She performed flawlessly, showcasing a combination of moves that highlighted Eevee's adaptability and bond with Serena. As the tournament progressed, Ash, Naruto, and Serena found themselves advancing through the ranks, fueled by determination and the support of their Pokemon. They faced tough challenges and unexpected strategies from their opponents, but their strong bond and unwavering resolve carried them through. Finally, they found themselves in the final rounds of the tournament, facing off against some of the strongest trainers they had encountered so far. The arena buzzed with excitement as the final battles unfolded, each match showcasing the trainers' skills and the unique strengths of their Pokemon. Ash and Pikachu battled against a seasoned trainer with a powerful Dragon-type Pokemon, while Naruto and Froakie faced off against a rival Water-type specialist. The battles were intense, with strategies evolving and Pokemon pushing themselves to their limits. Serena's Pokemon Showcase reached its climax as Eevee performed a stunning combination of moves, earning accolades from the judges and audience alike. Eevee's versatility and Serena's creativity shone brightly, leaving a lasting impression on everyone present. In the end, Ash and Naruto emerged victorious in their respective battles, earning admiration and respect from their opponents and spectators. They stood side by side in the arena, their Pokemon by their sides, as the cheers and applause washed over them. The sun began to set as the tournament came to a close, marking the end of an exhilarating day filled with battles, showcases, and unforgettable moments. Ash, Naruto, and Serena gathered at the tournament grounds, reflecting on their experiences and celebrating their achievements. "We did it," Ash exclaimed, his voice filled with pride. "That was incredible." Naruto grinned, a sense of accomplishment radiating from him. "Yeah, it was tough, but we pulled through." Serena smiled warmly, her eyes shining with happiness. "And Evie was amazing in the showcase. I couldn't be prouder." They congratulated each other on their victories and exchanged stories with fellow trainers who had participated in the tournament. There was a sense of camaraderie among them, united by their love for Pokémon and the thrill of competition. As the evening sky turned shades of orange and pink, they bid farewell to the tournament grounds and headed back towards Riverbend City. The city lights twinkled in the distance, a reminder of the vibrant Pokémon culture that awaited them. Back in Riverbend City, they celebrated their success with a hearty meal at a local cafe. The atmosphere was lively, filled with chatter and laughter as trainers shared stories of their battles and victories. "Today was amazing," Serena said, savoring a bite of her meal. "I'm so glad we decided to enter the tournament." "Yeah, it was a great experience," Ash agreed, his eyes shining with excitement, "and we learned a lot too." Naruto nodded enthusiastically. "Definitely. I feel like we're getting stronger with every battle." Their conversation turned to their future plans and aspirations as Pokémon trainers. They discussed upcoming gym battles, new regions to explore, and the friends they had made along the way. Each of them had grown in their own way, forging bonds with their Pokémon and discovering their strengths as trainers. As the night grew darker, they left the cafe and walked through the quiet streets of Riverbend City. The city had taken on a peaceful charm under the moonlit sky, a stark contrast to the bustling energy of the day. "I can't wait to see what's next for us," Serena said with a smile, breaking the comfortable silence. "Yeah," Ash agreed, his voice filled with determination. "But one thing's for sure, we're going to keep pushing forward, learning, and growing stronger with every step." Naruto nodded in agreement. "And who knows, maybe we'll discover even more about ourselves and our Pokémon along the way." With their hearts full of determination and their minds buzzing with possibilities, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey under the starlit sky. The road ahead was uncertain but filled with promise, and they walked forward together, ready to face whatever challenges and adventures awaited them in the vast world of Pokémon. And so, their journey continued, filled with excitement, challenges, and endless possibilities. Ash, Naruto, and Serena's bond with each other and their Pokémon grew stronger with every victory and setback they faced. Together, they forged a path towards their dreams of becoming Pokémon masters, each step bringing them closer to their ultimate goal. As they traveled through new regions, encountered legendary Pokémon, and met new friends and rivals, their determination never wavered. They faced each challenge with courage and perseverance, knowing that every experience was a chance to learn and grow. And through it all, Pikachu, Froka, and Eevee stood by their trainer's side, their loyalty and strength a testament to the unbreakable bond between humans and Pokémon. Their journey was a testament to the power of friendship, determination, and the unyielding spirit of adventure. Together, they would continue to explore the vast world of Pokémon, eager to discover new Pokémon, master new battles, and create unforgettable memories along the way. After their triumphant experience at the Pokémon tournament in Riverbend City, Ash, Naruto, and Serena found themselves standing at a crossroads of possibilities. The thrill of victory still lingered in their hearts, but they knew that their journey was far from over. With their spirits high and their Pokémon by their side, they set their sights on new adventures and challenges that awaited them. The morning after the tournament, Ash, Naruto, and Serena gathered at a quaint cafe in Riverbend City. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air as they sat around a small table, reflecting on their recent successes and discussing their plans for the future. "I can't believe we won the tournament," Serena said with a smile, sipping her latte. "It feels like just yesterday we were starting out on this journey." "Yeah, and now we've come so far," Ash replied, his eyes shining with excitement. "But there's still so much more to see and do." Naruto nodded in agreement, his determination evident. "Definitely. I want to keep training and getting stronger, and maybe learn more about Pokémon mysteries." Their conversation turned to their next destination. According to their map, the elemental region held many secrets and challenges waiting to be uncovered. It was a vast and diverse region known for its unique Pokemon habitats and legendary creatures rumored to roam its lands. I've heard rumors about a legendary Pokemon that dwells in the mountains of the elemental region, Serena said thoughtfully. It's said to have incredible powers and a connection to the elements. Ash's eyes lit up with curiosity. That sounds amazing. Imagine encountering a legendary Pokemon firsthand. Naruto grinned, his adventurous spirit ignited. Count me in. I'm up for any challenge, especially if it involves legendary Pokemon. With their goal set, they bid farewell to Riverbend City and embarked on their journey into the elemental region. The road ahead was filled with excitement and anticipation, as they ventured deeper into uncharted territory and encountered new Pokemon species along the way. As they traveled through the elemental region, Ash, Naruto, and Serena marveled at its natural beauty and diverse landscapes. They traversed winding paths that led through dense forests, crossed sparkling rivers teeming with water-type Pokemon, and climbed rugged mountains where rock and ground-type Pokemon made their homes. Along the way, they encountered trainers and researchers who shared stories of legendary Pokemon sightings and ancient ruins rumored to hold great secrets. Each encounter fueled their determination to explore further and uncover the mysteries that lay hidden within the elemental region. One evening, as they set up camp near a tranquil lake surrounded by lush greenery, Ash, Naruto, and Serena gathered around a crackling campfire. The stars glittered overhead, casting a soft glow over their faces as they shared stories of their journey so far. I can't believe we've already traveled this far, Serena said wistfully, gazing into the flickering flames. It feels like we're on the brink of something incredible. Yeah, Ash agreed, his voice tinged with excitement. I can't wait to see what legendary Pokemon we might encounter in this region. Naruto nodded thoughtfully, his gaze distant as he stared into the night sky. And who knows? Maybe we'll uncover some ancient mysteries along the way. Their conversation turned to their Pokemon companions, who rested contentedly beside them. Pikachu, Froakie, and Eevee had grown stronger with each battle and adventure, their bond with Ash, Naruto, and Serena deepening with every shared experience. The next morning, they continued their journey through the elemental region, following a narrow path that wound through a dense forest. Sunlight filtered through the canopy above, dappling the forest floor with patches of golden light. As they walked, Serena noticed a cluster of colorful flowers blooming beside the trail. Intrigued, she knelt down to examine them closely. These flowers are so beautiful, Serena remarked, gently touching the petals. I wonder if they're native to this region. Ash and Naruto joined her, their curiosity piqued. They studied the flowers, noting their vibrant hues and delicate fragrance. I've read that some Pokemon are attracted to certain types of flowers, Ash said thoughtfully. Maybe we'll encounter some unique Pokemon around here. Their words were interrupted by a rustling sound nearby. They turned to see a group of small Pokemon emerging from the underbrush. A playful band of Sylveon, their ribbon-like feelers swaying gracefully as they frolicked among the flowers. Wow, Sylveon! Serena exclaimed softly, marveling at the elegant fairy-type Pokemon. They're so graceful. Naruto smiled, watching the Sylveon interact with each other. They seemed to be enjoying themselves. Ash took out his Pokédex and scanned the Sylveon, eager to learn more about them. The Pokédex displayed information about their gentle nature and their ability to sense the emotions of those around them. They're known for their caring and compassionate personalities, Ash read aloud, sharing the information with Serena and Naruto. And they use their ribbon-like feelers to soothe and heal others. Serena approached the Sylveon cautiously, extending a hand in greeting. One of the Sylveon, intrigued by her presence, approached and nuzzled her hand affectionately. They're so friendly, Serena said with a smile, gently stroking the Sylveon's soft fur. It's like they can sense our intentions. Naruto observed the interaction with interest. Maybe we can learn something from them, like how to connect with Pokemon on a deeper level. Ash nodded in agreement, his admiration for the Sylveon growing. They remind me of Eevee and how adaptable it is to different environments. After spending some time with the Sylveon, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey through the forest. The encounter with the graceful Pokemon left them feeling inspired and eager to learn more about the Pokemon that inhabited the elemental region. Days turned into weeks as they ventured deeper into the elemental region, exploring its diverse landscapes and encountering new Pokemon species. They crossed vast plains where grass and bug-type Pokemon roamed freely, navigated through caverns inhabited by elusive rock and ground types, and scaled towering mountains where flying-type Pokémon soared overhead. One evening, they arrived at the outskirts of a small village nestled in a valley surrounded by majestic mountains. Smoke rose from chimneys of quaint cottages, and the sound of laughter and music drifted through the crisp mountain air. "It looks like a peaceful village," Serena remarked, admiring the quaint charm of the settlement. "Yeah, it's so different from the bustling cities we've visited," Ash agreed, taking in the serene surroundings. Naruto glanced around with curiosity. "I wonder if they have any legends or stories about legendary Pokémon." As they entered the village, they were greeted warmly by the villagers, who were eager to share stories and traditions of their mountainous home. They learned about the village's history, its deep connection to nature, and the reverence with which the villagers held legendary Pokémon said to inhabit the surrounding mountains. One of the elders, a wise woman named Hannah, approached them with a gentle smile. Her eyes sparkled with wisdom as she welcomed Ash, Naruto, and Serena to the village. "Welcome, travelers," Hannah said warmly, her voice carrying the wisdom of ages. "I sense that you seek knowledge of the legendary Pokémon that dwell in our mountains." Ash, Naruto, and Serena exchanged surprised glances, their curiosity piqued. "Yes, we've heard rumors about legendary Pokémon in this region," Ash admitted. "We're eager to learn more." Hannah nodded knowingly, gesturing for them to follow her to a secluded spot overlooking the village. They sat in a circle on soft grass, the mountains towering majestically in the distance. "The legends speak of ancient guardians," Hannah began, her voice soft yet compelling. "They are said to watch over the elemental region, embodying the power of nature itself." She told them tales of legendary Pokémon, guardians of forests, rivers, and mountains, each with a unique connection to the elements and a role in maintaining balance in the region. The stories were rich with symbolism and reverence, reflecting the villagers' deep respect for nature and the Pokémon that inhabited it. "As trainers, you have a unique opportunity," Hannah continued, her eyes gentle yet resolute, "to seek out these legendary Pokémon, learn from their wisdom, and perhaps forge a bond that transcends time and space." Ash, Naruto, and Serena listened intently, their hearts stirred by the tales of ancient guardians and their connection to the elemental region. They felt a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that their journey was not just about battling gym leaders or winning tournaments, but about discovering the secrets that lay hidden within the heart of the region. After bidding farewell to Hannah and the villagers, Ash, Naruto, and Serena spent the following days exploring the mountains surrounding the village. They ventured deep into ancient forests, crossed rushing rivers, and climbed rugged peaks in search of clues that would lead them to the legendary Pokémon spoken of in the legends. One morning, as they hiked along a narrow mountain trail, Ash noticed a peculiar pattern carved into a large boulder. Intrigued, he called out to Naruto and Serena, who joined him to examine the mysterious markings. "These carvings look ancient," Serena observed, tracing her fingers along the weathered lines. "I wonder if they hold any significance." Naruto studied the carvings intently, his brow furrowed in concentration. "Maybe they're a map or a message left by ancient travelers." Ash took out his Pokédex from his backpack and aimed it at the carvings. The Pokédex hummed softly as it scanned the intricate patterns etched into the stone. According to the Pokédex, Ash began, reading the information displayed on its screen. "These carvings are believed to be ancient symbols used by a tribe that once inhabited these mountains." Naruto's eyes lit up with curiosity. "Do you think they're connected to the legendary Pokémon?" "It's possible," Serena replied thoughtfully. "The legends say that ancient tribes often left markings to guide travelers or mark important locations." Encouraged by their discovery, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued to explore the mountains, following the trail of ancient carvings and clues that hinted at the presence of legendary Pokémon. They traversed narrow paths that wound through mist-shrouded valleys, crossed ancient bridges spanning deep gorges, and ventured into hidden caves where echoes of the past lingered. As they journeyed deeper into the mountains, they encountered Pokémon that were uniquely adapted to the rugged terrain. Rock-type Pokémon clung to cliff faces with sturdy grips, their bodies blending seamlessly with the rocky landscape. Ground-type Pokémon burrowed beneath the earth, leaving subtle traces of their presence in the form of intricate tunnels and nests. One day, while exploring a secluded valley carpeted with vibrant wildflowers, they stumbled upon a group of Pokémon unlike any they had seen before. These Pokémon were small and furry, with bright green fur that shimmered in the sunlight. They scurried about playfully, their tails twitching with excitement. What Pokemon are these? Ash wondered aloud, observing the lively creatures with curiosity. Naruto consulted his Pokédex, aiming it at the playful Pokemon. The device hummed softly as it analyzed their data. These are moss Pokemon called Mosquet, Naruto announced, sharing the information with Ash and Serena. They're known for their ability to blend into their surroundings and their affinity for nature. Serena crouched down to get a closer look at the Mosquet, extending a hand in greeting. One of the Pokemon, emboldened by her gentle demeanor, approached and nuzzled her hand affectionately. "They're so friendly," Serena remarked with a smile, gently petting the Mosquet's soft fur. "And they seem to be at home in this beautiful valley." Ash nodded in agreement, admiring the Mosquet's playful antics. It's amazing how Pokemon adapt to different environments. Inspired by their encounter with the Mosquet, Ash, Naruto, and Serena spent time observing the Pokemon's behavior and learning about their natural habitat. They marveled at the Mosquet's agility as they climbed trees and leapt from branch to branch, their green fur blending seamlessly with the lush foliage. Days turned into weeks as they continued their exploration of the mountains, following the trail of ancient carvings and encountering Pokemon that called the rugged terrain their home. Each discovery deepened their connection to the elemental region and fueled their determination to uncover the mysteries that lay hidden within its untamed wilderness. One evening, as they set up camp beside a tranquil mountain stream, Ash, Naruto, and Serena gathered around a crackling campfire. The sky above was painted with hues of orange and pink as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over their faces. "I can't believe how much we've discovered," Serena said softly, gazing into the flickering flames. "And we've only scratched the surface of what this region has to offer." "Yeah," Ash agreed, his voice filled with awe. "It's like every step we take leads to something new and exciting." Naruto nodded thoughtfully, his gaze distant as he stared into the dancing flames. "I feel like we're getting closer to uncovering the secrets of this region. And maybe even finding clues about the legendary Pokemon." Their conversation turned to their Pokemon companions, who rested contentedly beside them. Pikachu, Froakie, and Eevee had grown stronger with each battle and adventure, their bond with Ash, Naruto, and Serena deepening with every shared experience. The next morning, they resumed their journey through the mountains, following a winding trail that led to a towering peak. The air grew cooler as they ascended, and the landscape transformed into a snow-covered wonderland. As they climbed, they encountered ice-type Pokemon that thrived in the frosty environment. Swinub dug through the snow with their snouts in search of delicious roots, while Delibird swooped gracefully through the icy air, their tails glowing with festive lights. One day, as they reached the summit of a towering peak, they were greeted by a breathtaking sight. A vast plateau spread out before them. Bathed in the warm glow of the afternoon sun. In the center of the plateau stood a circle of ancient stones, weathered by centuries of wind and weather. "It looks like a Stonehenge," Ash observed, marveling at the mysterious structure. Naruto nodded in agreement, his eyes scanning the ancient stones with fascination. "I wonder if this is a place of power, like the legends say." Serena approached the stones cautiously, her senses tingling with anticipation. She placed a hand on one of the weathered stones, feeling a faint hum of energy beneath her fingertips. "There's something magical about this place," Serena whispered, her voice barely audible above the gentle breeze. "I can sense it." They circled the ancient stones, examining the intricate carvings and symbols etched into their surface. Each stone seemed to tell a story of the past, of ancient tribes and their reverence for nature and the Pokemon that inhabited the elemental region. As they studied the stones, a gentle rustling sound caught their attention. They turned to see a group of Pokemon emerging from the shadows. A majestic trio of legendary Pokemon, their presence commanding and their aura imbued with ancient power. Ash, Naruto, and Serena gasped in awe as they recognized the legendary Pokemon from the stories and legends they had heard during their journey. One of the Pokemon was a majestic creature with flowing fur and a serene expression, embodying the grace of the mountains. Another Pokemon stood proudly, its form radiating with fiery energy that symbolized the power of the sun. The third Pokemon exuded an aura of calmness and wisdom, its presence resonating with the flowing waters of the nearby streams. "These must be the legendary Pokemon of the elemental region," Ash whispered in awe, unable to tear his eyes away from the majestic trio. Naruto nodded, his voice filled with reverence. "They're even more incredible than I imagined." Serena approached the legendary Pokemon cautiously, her heart pounding with excitement and respect. She extended a hand in greeting, her eyes shining with admiration. "It's an honor to meet you," Serena said softly, her voice carrying a blend of awe and gratitude. "Thank you for allowing us to visit this sacred place." The legendary Pokémon regarded Serena with gentle eyes, their presence calming and reassuring. They seemed to sense the purity of her intentions and the respect she held for the natural world. As the sun began to set over the plateau, casting a warm glow over the ancient stones and the legendary Pokémon, Ash, Naruto, and Serena felt a profound sense of gratitude and wonder. They had journeyed far and encountered many challenges along the way, but this moment, standing in the presence of legendary Pokémon and ancient stones, was a testament to their determination and their bond with the elemental region. "We've learned so much," Ash said softly, his voice tinged with emotion. "About ourselves, about Pokémon, and about the mysteries of this region." Naruto nodded in agreement, his gaze fixed on the legendary Pokémon before them. "And our journey is far from over. There's still so much more to discover." Serena smiled warmly, her heart overflowing with gratitude. "I feel like we're exactly where we're meant to be, exploring, learning, and growing stronger together." As the legendary Pokémon departed with a graceful nod, their presence lingering in the air like a gentle breeze, Ash, Naruto, and Serena exchanged a silent vow to continue their journey with courage and determination. The road ahead was filled with challenges and unknown adventures, but they faced the future with hearts full of hope and a deep-seated belief in the power of their bond with each other and their Pokémon. And so, their exploration of the elemental region continued, each day bringing new discoveries and challenges that tested their skills and strengthened their resolve. They ventured into uncharted territories, encountered legendary Pokémon, and forged friendships with fellow trainers who shared their passion for adventure. Their journey through the elemental region was a testament to the power of friendship, determination, and the unyielding spirit of adventure. Together, they would continue to explore the vast world of Pokémon, eager to discover new Pokémon, master new battles, and create unforgettable memories along the way. The trio had left the cool mountainous regions behind, where they had encountered legendary Pokémon and explored ancient ruins. Now, their journey led them into the heart of the desert, where survival meant navigating treacherous terrain and facing Pokémon uniquely adapted to the harsh environment. Their first challenge was adapting to the desert climate. The air was dry and arid, and water sources were scarce. They learned to conserve their supplies and rely on their Pokémon's abilities to endure the heat. Pikachu, Froakie, and Eevee adapted surprisingly well, their instincts guiding them through the sandy landscape. One day, as they traversed a vast expanse of sand dunes, they encountered a group of desert Pokémon foraging for food and water amidst the relentless heat. These Pokémon had adapted unique features to survive in such harsh conditions. Sandshrew burrowed beneath the sand to escape the sun's rays, their sturdy claws digging through the soft earth effortlessly. Cacnea stood tall amidst clusters of cacti, their bodies equipped with specialized water-storing adaptations that allowed them to thrive in the desert's arid environment. Trapinch scurried across the sand, their keen senses detecting vibrations from potential prey buried beneath the surface. "I've never seen Pokémon like these before," Serena remarked, shading her eyes from the glare of the sun. "They're so well adapted to the desert." "Yeah, it's incredible how Pokémon can thrive in such extreme environments," Ash agreed, observing the desert Pokémon with fascination. Naruto nodded thoughtfully, his gaze scanning the horizon for any signs of water. "I wonder if there's an oasis or a watering hole nearby." Their journey through the desert was fraught with challenges. They battled fierce sandstorm Pokémon that whipped up powerful gusts of wind and sand, tested their endurance under the scorching sun, and navigated treacherous terrain that shifted beneath their feet. One evening, exhausted from a day of battling the elements, they stumbled upon a hidden oasis nestled amidst rocky cliffs. The oasis was a sanctuary of life amidst the barren desert, its crystal-clear waters reflecting the vibrant hues of the setting sun. "I never thought we'd find such a peaceful place in the middle of the desert," Serena marveled, kneeling beside the pool to take a closer look. "And look at the vegetation, it's thriving here." "Yeah, this oasis is like a haven for Pokémon and travelers alike," Ash remarked, dipping his hand into the cool water. "I bet it's a refreshing sight for Pokémon that live in this harsh environment." Their journey through the desert also led them to ancient ruins buried beneath layers of sand and time. These ruins bore the marks of a civilization long forgotten, with crumbling walls adorned with faded hieroglyphs and intricate carvings depicting scenes of battles, rituals, and Pokemon. As they explored the ruins, they uncovered artifacts and relics that offered glimpses into the past. Ancient pottery. Fragments of clay pots decorated with symbols representing the sun, moon, and stars, hinting at a reverence for celestial bodies. Stone tablets. Inscribed with cryptic messages and warnings, their meanings lost to time but evoking a sense of mystery and intrigue. Temple chambers. Hidden deep within the ruins, these chambers housed offerings to long-forgotten deities and guardians, their presence shrouded in myth and legend. One day, as they ventured deeper into the heart of the desert, they stumbled upon a sacred site rumored to be a resting place for legendary Pokemon. The air was charged with a sense of reverence and awe as they approached the ancient altar, its stone pillars weathered by centuries of wind and sand. "It feels like we're standing on sacred ground," Serena whispered, her voice barely audible above the gentle breeze. "I can sense the presence of something powerful." Naruto nodded in agreement, his senses heightened as he scanned the surroundings for any signs of movement. Legendary Pokemon are said to embody the spirit of the desert. They must have a deep connection to this place. As they waited in silence, a majestic trio of Pokemon emerged from the shadows: Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, their forms imposing and their presence commanding respect. The trio regarded Ash, Naruto, and Serena with curious eyes, their ancient energy palpable in the air. "Regirock, Regice, and Registeel," Ash whispered in awe, recognizing the legendary Pokemon from tales and legends. "They're said to be guardians of the desert and embody the forces of rock, ice, and steel." Naruto approached the legendary trio cautiously, his voice filled with reverence. "It's an honor to stand before you," he said respectfully, his gaze unwavering. "Thank you for allowing us to visit this sacred place." The legendary Pokemon regarded Naruto with solemn eyes, their presence calming and reassuring. They seemed to sense the purity of his intentions and the respect he held for the natural world. As the sun began to set over the desert, casting a warm glow over the ancient ruins and the legendary Pokemon, Ash, Naruto, and Serena exchanged a silent vow to continue their journey with courage and determination. The road ahead was filled with challenges and unknown adventures, but they faced the future with hearts full of hope and a deep-seated belief in the power of their bond with each other and their Pokemon. And so, their exploration of the desert region continued, each day bringing new discoveries and challenges that tested their skills and strengthened their resolve. They ventured into uncharted territories, encountered Pokemon uniquely adapted to extreme environments, and forged friendships with fellow trainers who shared their passion for adventure. Their journey through the elemental region was a testament to the power of friendship, determination, and the unyielding spirit of adventure. Together, they would continue to explore the vast world of Pokemon, eager to discover new Pokemon, master new battles, and create unforgettable memories along the way. The relentless heat of the desert continued to challenge Ash, Naruto, and Serena. Each day brought new trials, pushing them to their limits as they journeyed deeper into the heart of the elemental region. Their experiences in the oasis and the ancient ruins had only been a prelude to the vast expanse that lay ahead. Their supplies of water were running low, and the scorching sun seemed unyielding. Despite the challenges, their spirits remained high, bolstered by the bonds they had formed with their Pokemon and each other. One afternoon, as they climbed yet another massive sand dune, Naruto squinted against the bright sunlight and pointed towards the horizon. "Do you see that? It looks like another oasis." Ash shaded his eyes with his hand and nodded. "Yeah, I see it too. Let's hope it's not a mirage." As they made their way towards the distant speck of green, the heat waves distorted their vision, creating the illusion of water shimmering just ahead. The closer they got, the more their hopes rose. Finally, they reached the edge of a small, lush oasis. Palm trees swayed gently in the breeze, and a clear pond reflected the blue sky above. "Finally, some real water," Serena exclaimed, her voice filled with relief. She rushed forward and knelt by the pond, cupping her hands to drink the cool water. Ash and Naruto followed suit, their Pokemon eagerly lapping up the refreshing liquid. Pikachu, Froakie, and Eevee played in the shallow water, splashing and cooling off from the intense heat. After replenishing their water supplies and resting for a while, the trio sat under the shade of the palm trees, enjoying a brief respite from their journey. "This oasis is like a little piece of paradise in the middle of the desert," Serena said, leaning back against a tree trunk. I wonder how it stays so green and vibrant. Naruto, who had been observing the surroundings, nodded thoughtfully. It's amazing how life can thrive even in the harshest conditions. It reminds me of our journey. No matter how tough things get, we always find a way to keep going. Ash smiled, agreeing with Naruto's sentiment. Yeah, and it's thanks to our Pokemon and our friendship that we've made it this far. As they rested, the peace of the oasis was suddenly disrupted by a loud rustling in the nearby bushes. Startled, they quickly got to their feet, ready for anything. From the dense foliage emerged a small, timid Pokemon they had not encountered before, a Sandile. The little ground and dark-type Pokemon looked at them curiously, its eyes glinting with intelligence. "Hey there, little guy," Ash said gently, crouching down to be at eye level with the Sandile. "We're not here to hurt you." The Sandile took a cautious step forward, sniffing the air and observing the group. Sensing no immediate threat, it relaxed slightly and scurried over to the pond for a drink. Serena watched the Sandile with interest. "It must be a local. I wonder if it lives here or just stopped by for some water like us." Naruto, intrigued by the Pokemon's behavior, decided to approach it slowly. "Let's see if it wants to join us on our journey. Having a ground-type Pokemon could be really helpful in the desert." He extended a hand towards the Sandile, who hesitated for a moment before cautiously inching closer. After a few moments of hesitation, it sniffed Naruto's hand and allowed him to gently pat its head. "Looks like it likes you," Ash remarked with a smile. Encouraged by the friendly interaction, Naruto took out a Pokeball and held it out. "Would you like to come with us, Sandile? We could use a tough Pokemon like you on our team." The Sandile eyed the Pokeball curiously before nudging it with its nose. In a flash of light, the Pokemon was absorbed into the ball, which shook briefly before emitting a soft click to indicate a successful capture. "Welcome to the team, Sandile," Naruto exclaimed, holding up the Pokeball triumphantly. "We'll make a great team." With their spirits lifted by their new companion, the group decided to spend a bit more time at the oasis to prepare for the next leg of their journey. As they set up camp for the night, they couldn't help but reflect on how far they had come and the adventures that still lay ahead. The next morning, they packed up their supplies and prepared to leave the oasis behind. The desert stretched out before them, vast and unforgiving, but they felt ready to face whatever challenges it might throw their way. As they walked, they continued to encounter a variety of desert Pokemon, each adapted to the harsh environment in unique ways. They saw Cacnea and Cacturne blending seamlessly into the cactus patches, and watched as Trapinch evolved into the formidable Vibrava, its wings buzzing as it took to the sky. One day, as they were navigating a particularly treacherous section of the desert, they stumbled upon an ancient, partially buried structure. Intrigued by the possibility of discovering more about the region's history, they decided to investigate. The structure appeared to be an old temple, its entrance partially obscured by sand and debris. Ancient symbols and carvings adorned the walls, depicting scenes of Pokemon and humans coexisting in harmony. "These carvings are incredible," Serena said, running her fingers over the intricate designs. "It looks like this place was once very important." Ash nodded, his eyes wide with fascination. "Yeah, and it seems like Pokemon played a significant role in their culture." As they explored deeper into the temple, they discovered several chambers filled with relics and artifacts. Stone statues of legendary Pokemon stood guard, their expressions frozen in time. One chamber, in particular, caught their attention. It was larger than the others and featured a massive mural on the far wall. The mural depicted a powerful-looking Pokemon surrounded by humans and other Pokemon, all appearing to be in a state of worship. At the center of the mural was a depiction of the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh, its wings outstretched and radiating light. "Ho-Oh," Ash whispered, recognizing the legendary Pokemon from his past encounters. "This temple must have been dedicated to Ho-Oh." Naruto, equally captivated by the mural, nodded in agreement. "It looks like Ho-Oh was revered as a guardian of the desert. This place must have been a sanctuary for those seeking its protection." As they continued to study the mural, they noticed a series of symbols and inscriptions that seemed to tell a story. Serena, who had developed a keen interest in ancient languages during their travels, began to decipher the text. "It talks about a prophecy," she explained, her voice filled with excitement. "It says that a chosen one will one day come to awaken the guardian and restore balance to the desert." Ash, Naruto, and Serena exchanged curious glances, wondering if their presence in the temple was more than just a coincidence. "Do you think it could be talking about one of us?" Naruto asked, a sense of wonder in his voice. "It's possible," Ash replied thoughtfully. "We've encountered so many legendary Pokemon in ancient places on our journey. Maybe we're meant to fulfill this prophecy." Determined to uncover more about the temple's secrets, they decided to spend the night there, using the time to explore further and rest before continuing their journey. As they settled down for the night, the air inside the temple grew still and quiet. The flickering light of their campfire cast dancing shadows on the ancient walls, creating an almost mystical atmosphere. Naruto, unable to sleep, found himself drawn back to the mural. He stood before it, contemplating the significance of their journey and the challenges they had faced so far. "I wonder what the future holds for us," he murmured to himself, lost in thought. As if in response to his musings, a soft, ethereal glow began to emanate from the mural. Startled, Naruto took a step back, his eyes widening in amazement. The light grew brighter, illuminating the entire chamber and casting an otherworldly glow on the ancient symbols. "Guys, you need to see this," Naruto called out, his voice tinged with excitement and awe. Ash and Serena quickly joined him, their expressions mirroring his amazement as they watched the mural come to life before their eyes. The image of Ho-Oh seemed to shimmer and move, its radiant wings spreading outwards as if in flight. The inscriptions around it glowed with an intense light, and the air was filled with a sense of power and mystery. It's incredible," Serena whispered, unable to tear her eyes away from the spectacle. As they watched, the light from the mural began to coalesce into a single point, forming a bright, pulsating orb. The orb floated gently towards them, its light enveloping the trio in a warm, comforting embrace. In that moment, they felt a surge of energy and understanding, as if the ancient guardian was communicating with them, sharing its wisdom and power. The experience left them awestruck, their hearts filled with a renewed sense of purpose and determination. As the light gradually faded, the mural returned to its original state, leaving behind a lingering sense of awe and wonder. "What just happened?" Ash asked, his voice filled with a mixture of excitement and bewilderment. "I think Ho-Oh was reaching out to us," Naruto replied, his eyes still glowing with the aftereffects of the encounter. "It's like we were chosen for something important." Serena nodded, her expression thoughtful. "Whatever it was, it felt like a blessing. Maybe we're meant to play a role in the prophecy we read about." With their resolve strengthened by the encounter, Ash, Naruto, and Serena felt a renewed sense of purpose as they prepared to leave the ancient temple the next morning. The experience with Ho-Oh's mural had given them a deeper connection to the region and its history, and they were eager to continue their journey. As they packed their belongings and stepped out into the bright morning sunlight, they couldn't shake the feeling that their path was now guided by something greater. They shared a silent understanding that their journey was more than just about becoming Pokemon masters. It was about discovering the secrets of the elemental region and fulfilling a destiny intertwined with its legendary Pokemon. The desert stretched out before them, vast and seemingly endless, but they felt a newfound confidence. The trials they had faced so far had prepared them for whatever lay ahead. As they trekked through the shifting sands, they encountered more desert Pokemon. One particularly memorable encounter involved a group of wild Gible, who seemed to be engaged in a playful wrestling match. The trio watched in amusement as the small dragon, ground-type Pokemon tumbled and rolled, kicking up clouds of sand. "Look at them go," Ash said with a grin. "They're having a blast." Naruto chuckled, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "I bet they're pretty strong too. I've always wanted a dragon-type Pokemon on my team." Seeing the opportunity to add a powerful ally to their group, Naruto approached the Gible with caution. The playful Pokemon paused their wrestling and eyed him curiously. "Hey there, Gible," Naruto said gently, holding out his hand. "You guys look like you're having a lot of fun. How about joining us on our journey? We could use a strong Pokemon like you." One of the Gible, seemingly the leader of the group, stepped forward and sniffed Naruto's hand. After a moment of consideration, it gave an enthusiastic nod and allowed Naruto to capture it in a Pokeball. "Welcome to the team, Gible," Naruto exclaimed, holding up the Pokeball triumphantly. "We're going to have some amazing adventures together." With Gible now part of their team, the trio continued their journey through the desert. The landscape began to change as they traveled, with the sand dunes giving way to rocky outcroppings and deep canyons. The air grew cooler, and the harsh sunlight was tempered by the shade of towering cliffs. As they navigated the rugged terrain, they came across an old, weathered signpost pointing towards a place called the Cavern of Echoes. Intrigued by the name, they decided to investigate. The entrance to the cavern was hidden behind a curtain of vines, partially obscured by the surrounding rocks. They pushed the vines aside and stepped into the cool, dimly lit interior. The cavern was vast, with high ceilings and walls adorned with glistening crystals that reflected the light from their lanterns. "Wow, this place is beautiful," Serena whispered, her voice echoing softly in the cavern. "It's like a hidden gem in the middle of the desert." As they ventured deeper into the cavern, they noticed that the walls were covered in ancient carvings and symbols, similar to those they had seen in the temple. The carvings depicted scenes of legendary Pokémon and humans working together to overcome great challenges. "It's like a continuation of the story we saw in the temple," Ash observed, studying the intricate designs. "These carvings must be really old." Naruto nodded, his eyes scanning the carvings for any clues. "I wonder if there's more to the prophecy we read about. Maybe this cavern holds more answers." Their exploration led them to a large chamber at the heart of the cavern. In the center of the chamber stood a massive stone altar, surrounded by statues of legendary Pokémon. The air was filled with a sense of reverence and power. As they approached the altar, they noticed a series of inscriptions etched into the stone. Serena carefully deciphered the ancient text, her voice filled with excitement as she read aloud. "Here lies the resting place of the elemental guardians. Those who seek their power must prove their worth and demonstrate their bond with their Pokémon." Naruto, intrigued by the challenge, stepped forward. "Looks like we're in for another test. Are you guys ready?" Ash and Serena nodded, their eyes shining with determination. "Let's do this," Ash said confidently. The moment they touched the altar, the chamber was filled with a blinding light. When the light faded, they found themselves standing in a different part of the cavern, surrounded by ethereal, glowing forms of legendary Pokémon. Regirock, Regice, and Registeel stood before them, their eyes glinting with a mix of curiosity and challenge. "It seems we must face these guardians to prove our worth," Serena said, her voice steady. Ash stepped forward, his eyes locked on the legendary trio. "We've come this far together, and we'll face this challenge together. Pikachu, are you ready?" Pikachu responded with determination. Naruto called out his Sandile and Gibble, and Serena brought out her Eevee. The Pokémon stood ready, their eyes reflecting the resolve of their trainers. The battle that ensued was intense and exhilarating. The legendary Pokémon tested their skills and teamwork, their powerful attacks creating shockwaves that echoed through the cavern. Despite the overwhelming strength of their opponents, Ash, Naruto, and Serena fought with unwavering determination, their bond with their Pokémon shining through with every move. Pikachu's Thunderbolt clashed with Registeel's Flash Cannon, sending sparks flying. Sandile and Gibble worked in perfect harmony, their ground and dragon-type moves countering Regirock's rock-type attacks. Eevee's quick attack and swift moves danced around Regice's icy blasts, creating a dazzling display of agility and speed. As the battle reached its peak, Ash, Naruto, and Serena called out to their Pokémon, their voices filled with encouragement and support. "We can do this, together." Their Pokémon responded with a final, powerful attack, their combined strength overwhelming the legendary trio. With a brilliant flash of light, the Guardians acknowledged their victory and retreated, leaving the trio standing victorious in the chamber. Breathing heavily, they shared a moment of triumph and relief. "We did it," Ash said, his voice filled with pride. "We proved our worth." Naruto nodded, a grin spreading across his face. "Yeah, and we did it together. Our bond with our Pokémon is what made the difference." As they stood before the altar, a soft, warm light enveloped them. The energy of the cavern seemed to resonate with their victory, and they felt a deep connection to the elemental guardians. A voice echoed through the chamber, ancient and wise. "You have proven your worth and demonstrated the true bond between trainer and Pokémon. The power of the elemental guardians is now yours to wield. Use it wisely, and may it guide you on your journey." With those words, the light faded, and they found themselves back at the entrance of the cavern. The experience had left them with a profound sense of accomplishment and a deeper understanding of their journey. As they emerged from the cavern, the desert landscape stretched out before them, Bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, they felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Their journey through the elemental region had brought them closer to their goals, but it had also shown them the importance of their bond with their Pokémon and each other. They were more than just trainers, they were friends, partners, and adventurers, united by their shared experiences and unwavering determination. With the desert behind them, they set their sights on the next leg of their journey, eager to discover new Pokémon, master new battles, and uncover the secrets of the elemental region. Their adventure was far from over, and they were ready to face whatever came their way. As they continued their journey, they encountered more trainers and Pokémon, each with their own stories and challenges. They learned from every battle, grew stronger with every encounter, and forged new friendships along the way. One evening, as they set up camp under a starlit sky, they reflected on their journey and the adventures that still lay ahead. The desert had tested their limits, but it had also shown them the strength of their bond and the power of their determination. "We've come a long way," Serena said, her voice filled with pride, "and we've grown so much together." Ash nodded, a smile on his face. "Yeah, and there's still so much more to discover. We're just getting started." Naruto, gazing up at the stars, felt a sense of wonder and excitement. "The elemental region is full of mysteries and challenges, but I know we can face them all. We've got each other and our Pokémon, and that's all we need." With their spirits high and their hearts full of determination, they settled down for the night, ready to continue their journey at first light. The desert had been a challenging yet rewarding chapter in their adventure, and they were eager to see what the future held. The next morning, they packed up their camp and set off towards the horizon, the sun rising behind them and casting long shadows on the sand. Their journey through the elemental region was far from over, and they were ready to face whatever lay ahead with courage, friendship, and the unwavering spirit of adventure. As they walked, they couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation and excitement. The challenges they had faced in the desert had prepared them for whatever lay ahead, and they were more determined than ever to achieve their dreams and uncover the secrets of the elemental region. Their journey continued, each step bringing them closer to their goals and deeper into the heart of the Pokémon world. With every challenge they faced, they grew stronger, their bond with their Pokémon and each other becoming unbreakable. The elemental region was vast and full of wonders, each new area they explored revealing a unique ecosystem teeming with life and mystery. Ash, Naruto, and Serena moved forward with renewed vigor, their spirits lifted by the knowledge that they had been chosen by the elemental guardians. The challenges they faced would be daunting, but they were prepared to meet them head-on. As they left the desert behind, the landscape gradually transformed into a lush, green forest. The air became cooler and filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves. It was a stark contrast to the harsh desert environment, and the trio welcomed the change. The forest was dense and full of life, with towering trees and thick underbrush. Pokémon of all kinds darted through the foliage, their bright colors flashing between the leaves. The trio paused frequently to admire the scenery and observe the Pokémon in their natural habitat. One day, while exploring a particularly dense part of the forest, they stumbled upon a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood a massive, ancient tree, its gnarled branches reaching towards the sky. The tree was surrounded by a shimmering aura, and the air around it seemed to hum with energy. "This tree. It feels special," Serena said, her voice filled with awe. "Like it's alive in a different way than the other trees." Ash nodded, his eyes wide with wonder. "I can feel it too. It's like the tree has its own energy." Naruto, always curious, stepped closer to the tree. As he approached, the shimmering aura intensified, and he felt a strange sensation, as if the tree was communicating with him. "There's something here," Naruto said, placing his hand on the tree's trunk. "Something ancient and powerful." As if in response to his touch, the tree's aura brightened, and a soft, melodic voice filled the clearing. "Welcome, chosen ones. You have been guided here by the elemental guardians to receive their blessing." The trio exchanged astonished glances, realizing that they were standing before another powerful relic of the elemental region. "Who are you?" Ash asked, his voice filled with reverence. "I am the Guardian Tree, a protector of this forest and a conduit for the elemental energies of this land," the voice replied. "You have proven your worth and your bond with your Pokémon. Now, you shall receive the blessing of the forest." As the Guardian Tree spoke, the shimmering aura enveloped Ash, Naruto, and Serena, filling them with a sense of peace and strength. They felt their connection to their Pokémon deepen, their understanding of each other's thoughts and feelings becoming more intuitive. The blessing of the forest bestowed upon them a new ability to communicate with their Pokémon on a deeper level, understanding their emotions and intentions more clearly. It was a gift that would strengthen their bond and enhance their abilities as trainers. "Thank you, Guardian Tree," Serena said, her voice filled with gratitude. "We will use this gift wisely." "Go forth, chosen ones," the Guardian Tree replied. "Your journey is far from over, and many challenges await. But with your bond and the blessings of the elemental guardians, you will prevail." With the blessing of the forest strengthening their resolve, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey. The forest seemed to part before them, guiding their path and revealing hidden trails that led deeper into its heart. As they ventured further, they encountered new Pokémon and trainers, each with their own stories and challenges. They battled fiercely, their newfound ability to communicate with their Pokémon giving them an edge in every encounter. One particularly memorable battle took place in a secluded glade, where they met a seasoned trainer named Alaric. Alaric was an expert in grass-type Pokémon, and his team included powerful Pokémon like Leafeon, Roserade, and Shiftry. Alaric greeted them with a warm smile. "I've heard about you three. Word travels fast in the elemental region. They say you're on a quest guided by the elemental guardians." Ash nodded, his eyes filled with determination. "That's right. We're here to learn, grow, and uncover the secrets of this land." Alaric's smile widened. "Then let's see how much you've learned. I challenge you to a battle." The battle that ensued was intense and thrilling. Alaric's grass-type Pokémon were strong and well-trained, their moves coordinated with precision. But Ash, Naruto, and Serena fought back with equal skill and determination, their bond with their Pokémon shining through with every move. Pikachu faced off against Leafeon, their electric and grass attacks clashing in a dazzling display of power. Sandile and Gibble took on Roserade and Shiftry, their ground and dragon moves countering the grass attacks with precision. Serena's Eevee danced around the battlefield, its quick attack and swift moves keeping the opponents on their toes. The battle reached its climax with a final, powerful attack from Pikachu, whose Thunderbolt struck Leafeon with a burst of energy. The impact sent shockwaves through the glade, and when the dust settled, it was clear that Ash, Naruto, and Serena had emerged victorious. Alaric nodded in approval, his eyes filled with respect. "You three are truly remarkable. Your bond with your Pokémon is something special. I have no doubt that you will achieve great things on your journey." With Alaric's words of encouragement ringing in their ears, they continued their journey through the forest. Each step brought them closer to their goals and deeper into the heart of the elemental region. The path eventually led them to the edge of the forest, where the landscape began to change once again. Rolling hills and lush meadows stretched out before them, dotted with wildflowers and sparkling streams. The air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers and the gentle hum of insects. As they made their way through the meadows, they encountered a variety of new Pokémon, including cheerful Jigglypuff, elusive Butterfree, and majestic Rapidash. Each encounter was a chance to learn and grow, to strengthen their bond with their Pokémon and each other. One day, as they were crossing a particularly beautiful meadow, they spotted a group of trainers gathered around a large, ornate gazebo. Curious, they approached and were greeted by a trainer named Lila. "Welcome, travelers," Lila said with a bright smile. "You've arrived just in time for our annual Pokémon contest. Would you like to participate?" Ash, Naruto, and Serena exchanged excited glances. They had heard about Pokémon contests but had never had the chance to participate in one. It was a unique opportunity to showcase their Pokémon's abilities in a different way and to test their skills in a new kind of competition. "We'd love to," Serena said, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I've always wanted to try a Pokémon contest." The Pokémon contest was a dazzling event, with trainers and their Pokémon performing in front of a cheering crowd. The contest featured 3 rounds. The performance round, where Pokémon showcased their moves in a creative display. The battle round, where trainers faced off in one-on-one battles, and the appeal round, where Pokémon demonstrated their beauty and elegance. Serena, with her natural grace and creativity, excelled in the performance round, dazzling the audience with Eevee's elegant moves and captivating routines. Ash and Naruto also put on impressive displays, showcasing their Pokémon's strength and agility in unique ways. In the battle round, the trio faced tough opponents, but their bond with their Pokémon and their experience in battles gave them the edge they needed. Pikachu's quick reflexes, Sandile's strategic moves, and Gibble's raw power helped them advance through the rounds. The final appeal round was the most challenging, as it required not only skill but also creativity and presentation. Serena's Eevee stole the show with a stunning display of beauty and elegance, using a combination of swift and quick attack to create a mesmerizing light show. When the results were announced, Serena was declared the winner of the Pokémon contest, with Ash and Naruto close behind. The crowd erupted in applause, and the trio felt a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. Lila approached them with a smile. "Congratulations! Your performances were truly exceptional. You've shown that your bond with your Pokémon is strong and that you have the creativity and skill to succeed in any challenge." With the Pokémon contest behind them, the trio continued their journey through the meadows, their hearts filled with joy and their spirits lifted by their success. They knew that their adventure in the elemental region was far from over and that many challenges still lay ahead. But with their bond growing stronger with each passing day, they felt ready to face whatever came their way. As they traveled, they couldn't help but reflect on the experiences that had shaped them so far. The trials of the desert, the mysteries of the ancient temple, the blessing of the guardian tree, and the excitement of the Pokémon contest had all contributed to their growth as trainers and as friends. Their journey through the elemental region was more than just a quest to become Pokémon masters. It was a journey of discovery, friendship, and self-growth. Each challenge they faced brought them closer together and deepened their understanding of the bond between trainer and Pokémon. With the meadows behind them, they set their sights on the next leg of their journey. The horizon was filled with endless possibilities, and they were eager to explore every corner of the elemental region. Their adventure continued, each step bringing them closer to their dreams and deeper into the heart of the Pokémon world. With courage, friendship, and the unwavering spirit of adventure, they moved forward, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. And so, Ash, Naruto, and Serena journeyed on, their hearts filled with hope and their spirits lifted by the knowledge that they were part of something greater. Their bond with their Pokémon and each other would guide them through the trials and tribulations of the elemental region, leading them towards a future filled with discovery and achievement. As the trio ventured further, the landscape began to shift again. The gentle meadows gave way to rolling hills, which eventually led them to the base of a grand mountain range. The mountains were majestic, their snow-capped peaks reaching towards the sky, and the air was crisp and refreshing. "We've come so far," Ash said, looking up at the mountains. "I wonder what kind of challenges we'll face here." Serena nodded, adjusting her hat. "These mountains look tough, but I think we're ready for anything." Naruto, ever the optimist, grinned. "I'm sure we'll find some amazing Pokémon and maybe even more clues about the elemental guardians." With that, they began their ascent. The path was steep and rocky, but their Pokémon were eager to help. Pikachu scampered ahead, checking for safe routes, while Gibble used its powerful jaws to clear away obstacles. Eevee's sharp senses alerted them to any dangers, and Sandile's ground-type abilities provided stability on the treacherous paths. As they climbed higher, the temperature dropped, and they were soon surrounded by snow. The landscape was breathtaking, with ice crystals glistening in the sunlight and the silence of the mountains enveloping them. Despite the cold, their spirits remained high. One afternoon, as they made their way through a narrow mountain pass, they encountered a group of hikers who warned them of a powerful Pokémon that had been sighted in the area. The hikers described it as a creature of immense strength, capable of causing avalanches with its roars. Intrigued and undeterred by the warning, Ash, Naruto, and Serena decided to investigate. They carefully made their way towards the area where the Pokémon had been seen, their Pokémon on high alert. After hours of searching, they finally found themselves in a secluded valley nestled between two towering peaks. The ground was littered with massive boulders, and the air was filled with an eerie silence. Suddenly, a deafening roar echoed through the valley, causing the ground to tremble. Emerging from behind a cluster of boulders was a majestic Tyranitar, its emerald green body shimmering in the sunlight. It stood tall and proud, its eyes burning with a fierce determination. "Tyranitar, the armor Pokémon," Ash whispered, recognizing the powerful rock, dark-type Pokémon. "This is going to be tough." Naruto stepped forward, a determined look on his face. "We can do this. We've faced powerful Pokémon before. Let's show Tyranitar what we're made of." The battle was intense and demanding, with Tyranitar's powerful attacks causing the ground to shake and boulders to tumble. Pikachu, Sandile, Gibble, and Eevee worked together seamlessly, their coordinated moves countering Tyranitar's raw power. Pikachu's agility allowed it to dodge Tyranitar's rock slide, while Sandile's ground-type moves provided an effective counter to Tyranitar's rock-type attacks. Gibble's Dragon Claw struck with precision, and Eevee's swift movements kept Tyranitar off balance. The battle raged on, the valley echoing with the sounds of clashing moves and roars of determination. Despite Tyranitar's immense strength, the trio's unwavering bond with their Pokémon shone through, allowing them to stay one step ahead. As the battle reached its climax, Ash, Naruto, and Serena called out to their Pokémon with one final push. "We can do this, together." Pikachu unleashed a powerful thunderbolt, Sandile followed with a sand tomb to trap Tyranitar, Gibble's Dragon Claw struck with all its might, and Eevee's quick attack added the finishing touch. The combined force of their attacks overwhelmed Tyranitar, and with a final roar, it conceded defeat. Breathing heavily, Ash, Naruto, and Serena approached Tyranitar, who now stood calmly, its eyes reflecting a newfound respect for the trio. Ash extended his hand, and Tyranitar gently nudged it, accepting their friendship. "Welcome to the team, Tyranitar," Ash said, capturing the formidable Pokémon. "We're going to achieve great things together." With Tyranitar now part of their team, they continued their journey through the mountains. The bond they shared with their Pokémon had been tested and strengthened, and they felt more united than ever. The mountain range eventually gave way to a vast, sprawling plateau. The landscape was dotted with ancient ruins and mysterious stone structures, hinting at a long-lost civilization. The air was filled with a sense of history and mystery, and the trio felt a pull towards the ruins. As they explored the plateau, they discovered an ancient stone tablet with inscriptions similar to those they had seen in the temple and the cavern. Serena carefully deciphered the text, her voice filled with excitement as she read aloud. "Here lies the gateway to the sacred grove, the resting place of the legendary elemental Pokémon. Only those who have proven their bond and worth may enter and seek the ultimate power." Ash, Naruto, and Serena exchanged determined glances. "This is it," Ash said. "The next step in our journey." With the stone tablet as their guide, they followed the path to the sacred grove. The journey was challenging, with treacherous terrain and powerful wild Pokémon testing their skills at every turn. But their bond with their Pokémon and each other gave them the strength to overcome every obstacle. After days of arduous travel, they finally reached the entrance to the sacred grove. The entrance was marked by a grand archway carved from ancient stone, adorned with intricate symbols and carvings of legendary Pokémon. As they stepped through the archway, they were enveloped in a warm, radiant light. The air was filled with a sense of peace and reverence, and they knew they had reached a place of great significance. The sacred grove was a breathtaking sight, with towering trees, crystal-clear streams, and an ethereal glow that seemed to emanate from every leaf and stone. In the center of the grove stood a massive, ancient tree, even more magnificent than the guardian tree they had encountered before. As they approached the tree, the ground beneath their feet began to shimmer, and a circle of light appeared around them. The air hummed with energy, and they felt the presence of the legendary elemental Pokémon. From the light emerged three majestic figures: Articuno, the ice, flying type; Zapdos, the electric, flying type; and Moltres, the fire, flying type. The legendary birds of the Kanto region stood before them, their eyes filled with wisdom and power. "You have come far," Articuno said, its voice melodic and serene. "You have proven your bond and your worth." Zapdos nodded, its eyes gleaming with electricity. "Your journey has been one of discovery and growth. You have shown courage and strength." Moltres' flames flickered brightly as it spoke. "The power of the elemental guardians flows through you. You are worthy to seek the ultimate power." Ash, Naruto, and Serena stood in awe, their hearts filled with a mixture of excitement and reverence. "What is the ultimate power?" Ash asked, his voice steady. "The ultimate power is the harmony between humans and Pokémon," Articuno explained. "It is the bond that transcends battles and challenges, a connection that brings peace and balance to the world." Zapdos continued, "To harness this power, you must face the final trial. A trial that will test not only your strength but your heart and spirit." Moltres' flames flared as it added, "Are you ready to face this trial and prove your worth as true guardians of the elemental region?" With unwavering determination, Ash, Naruto, and Serena nodded. "We're ready," they said in unison. The legendary birds circled above them, their combined energy creating a vortex of light. The ground beneath them shifted, and they found themselves in a grand arena, surrounded by the ancient spirits of the elemental region. The final trial began, a series of battles and challenges that tested every aspect of their bond with their Pokémon. They faced powerful opponents, solved intricate puzzles, and demonstrated their ability to work together as a team. Pikachu, Tyranitar, Sandile, Gible, Eevee, and their other Pokémon fought valiantly, their bond with their trainers guiding them through each trial. Ash, Naruto, and Serena's unwavering support and encouragement inspired their Pokémon to give their all. As the final trial reached its climax, the trio faced a colossal guardian, a fusion of the elements that represented the ultimate challenge. The battle was fierce and demanding, pushing them to their limits. But with their bond stronger than ever, they fought with all their might. Pikachu's Thunderbolt, Tyranitar's Stone Edge, Sandile's Earthquake, Gible's Dragon Claw, and Eevee's Last Resort combined in a spectacular display of power and unity. With one final, powerful attack, they defeated the Guardian, the arena filling with a brilliant light. The spirits of the elemental region surrounded them, their voices echoing with approval. "You have proven your worth," Articuno said, its voice filled with pride. "The ultimate power is yours." Zapdos added, "Use this power wisely, to bring harmony and balance to the world." Moltres Flames danced as it spoke, "Your journey is far from over. Continue to grow, to learn, and to cherish the bond you share with your Pokémon and each other." As the light faded, Ash, Naruto, and Serena found themselves back in the sacred grove, the legendary birds watching over them. They felt a profound sense of accomplishment and a deep connection to the elemental region. With the ultimate power now within their grasp, they knew their journey was far from over. The elemental region still held many secrets and challenges, and they were ready to face them with newfound strength and determination. The sacred grove, now illuminated by their inner light, felt like a place of serene power and tranquility. Ash, Naruto, and Serena stood side by side, taking a moment to absorb the magnitude of their achievement. Their Pokémon gathered around them, their eyes reflecting the same mix of pride and readiness for whatever lay ahead. As they began to leave the sacred grove, the legendary birds offered their final words of wisdom. "Remember, the power you hold is not just for battle," Articuno said, its wings spreading gracefully. "It is for healing, understanding, and bringing balance to the world." Zapdos added, "Your journey has made you stronger, but true strength lies in how you use your power for the good of all." Moltres Flames flickered warmly. "Let your hearts guide you, and you will always find the right path." With these words echoing in their hearts, Ash, Naruto, and Serena departed from the sacred grove, ready to continue their journey through the elemental region. The path ahead was still uncertain, but their bond and the ultimate power they had attained filled them with confidence and hope. As they descended from the mountains, the landscape transformed once more. They entered a vibrant valley, where the colors of nature seemed even more vivid, and the air was rich with the scents of blooming flowers and fresh earth. It was as if the very land celebrated their success. In the valley, they encountered many new friends and faced various challenges that tested their wisdom and compassion. They helped local communities with their Pokémon-related problems, bringing peace and understanding wherever they went. Their actions earned them respect and admiration from trainers and Pokémon alike. One day, they arrived in a bustling town that was preparing for a grand festival celebrating the harmony between humans and Pokémon. The festival was a perfect opportunity for them to showcase their bond and share the lessons they had learned. The festival was filled with joy and excitement, with trainers and Pokémon participating in games, contests, and exhibitions. Ash, Naruto, and Serena eagerly joined in, using their newfound abilities to create stunning performances that mesmerized the audience. Pikachu, with its electrifying agility, and Eevee, with its graceful movements, led the performances, while Tyranitar, Sandile, and Gible demonstrated their power and coordination in thrilling battle displays. The crowd cheered and applauded, their hearts warmed by the display of unity and friendship. The highlight of the festival was a grand ceremony, where the townspeople honored Ash, Naruto, and Serena for their contributions to the harmony between humans and Pokémon. The mayor presented them with a special token of appreciation, a beautifully crafted medallion symbolizing the bond they had fostered. "Thank you for reminding us of the true essence of our relationship with Pokémon," the mayor said. Your journey and achievements inspire us all to cherish and nurture the bond we share with these wonderful creatures. With the festival concluded and their hearts filled with gratitude, Ash, Naruto, and Serena prepared to continue their journey. As they walked through the town's gates, they reflected on how far they had come and how much they had grown. Their experiences in the elemental region had not only made them stronger trainers but had also deepened their understanding of the world and their place in it. They had learned that true power comes from love, respect, and the unwavering bond between humans and Pokemon. As they looked to the horizon, they knew that their journey was far from over. New adventures awaited, and with their Pokemon by their side, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The elemental region had given them much, but they still had much to give in return. With hearts full of hope and determination, Ash, Naruto, and Serena continued their journey, ready to spread the message of harmony and unity wherever they went. Their story was one of friendship, growth, and the unbreakable bond that connected them with their Pokemon and each other. And so, the chapter of their journey in the elemental region came to a close, but their adventure was just beginning. With the ultimate power of the elemental guardians guiding them, they walked forward into a future bright with promise and endless possibilities, ready to face whatever lay beyond the next horizon. To be continued. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts and reviews in the comment box. Now I will see you in the next video.